Well, let's head downstairs and welcome in the Orioles' new first base coach, Arnie Beyeler. And Arnie, before the game, Brandon Hyde was asked about knowing certain players, and he said, well, let's see, when I got here, there were 63 players. I think I didn't know 58. Are the coaches catching up to the personalities as these games continue?
Yeah, it's nice once we get out here to be around the guys. I mean, the pitchers are kind of a different story because we see the guys that run in and out every day. But the position guys, you know, we work with them a little bit more and a little more familiar with them. So we try to get a pitcher a day, and then along with the position players, we'll be all right.
Now, you work with the outfielders, and I'm guessing those drills are done earlier, just as the catchers are with Tom. Is that correct? And what drills do you put the outfielders through?
Well, you know, they take fly balls, ground balls, and pretty much just do some throwing stuff, and we move them around. But, you know, it's tough to simulate the live stuff. So the harder they work in batting practice, just reading balls live and coming in a little shallow to work going back on balls, you just can't simulate that. So they do a lot of that, and they do a real good job with it. So as long as they're working hard and getting their reps during batting practice, the other stuff's just kind of some ground ball work and footwork, maybe quick getting rid of the ball quick on their throws. And then usually every 3 or 4 days we try to throw to the bases to try to lock in a little accuracy, and that's about it.
What about, I see you with the hand motions right now, we just saw a quick clip of that. Are you actually moving outfielders right now according to who's hitting and who's pitching?
Yeah, we've all got charts and everything you want to know about these guys nowadays, so we try to do the best we can to put them in some spots where if we get lucky, maybe they'll hit the ball. So, you know, but that's baseball. That's what makes it so fun. If we knew right exactly where they were going to hit it, nobody'd ever get a hit. But, you know, we go to the pitches and the counts, and the guys move around and play the scoreboard pretty well. So, you know, hopefully they're all working in here and doing stuff with that.
So the positioning right now and during the season is going to be not so much on who's pitching, but what the tendencies are of the hitter and what y'all have information on him and where mostly he likes to hit the ball.
Combined with who's pitching.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it'll all work together because of that. So we get a lot of stuff with, you know, the like pitchers, and if a guy's a breaking ball guy, and then how guys hit different velocities, and guys that hit 93 plus, hit less than 93, whether they can pull it in those situations. And as you guys know, you know, the good guys, they kind of hit to the ballparks too. So I realized that from when I was in Boston the first time. So guys come to town, those right-handers have a little tendency to get the head out a little bit more in certain ballparks. So that'll all factor in, and we'll come up with a game plan and hopefully, you know, be a little bit better than we could be without it.
Arnie, the players have been very positive in their responses to questions about the increased analytics that have been brought in here as Castro gets a strikeout and 2 quick outs. And I'm just wondering, and I know you don't like to talk about what they get because that reveals secrets, but is it like going to class? Do you hand them a binder, or is it done verbally? How does that work with the players so they don't get overwhelmed, but you give them something to help them?
Yeah, it can be both. I mean, there's some guys, as we all know, we're all different. So some guys can handle it, and some guys can handle a little, and some guys can handle a lot. And it's kind of our job as coaches to kind of filter through and see what's available, and because we know everything's available. So, and then also, like we talked about, I mean, you still got to play the game. So, you know, there's different pitches and different quadrants and different speeds, and then you still got to square the ball up, and pitchers still got to throw it over the plate. So, and that's what makes it so great. We can have all the information and all the stuff we want, but the game's still the game, and a guy still gets jammed and gets a winning hit, or, you know, swings through a hanging slider and things like that. So that's what makes it so fun. And you know, there's no absolutes, and I know, you know, from my scouting days and all this stuff, we keep trying to get the absolutes, and you know, until somebody figures out those absolutes, it's still going to be a pretty good game, and it's still a lot of fun, and there's a lot of unknowns involved in everything. So it still makes it a lot of fun, and the strategy with everything. So it you know, keeps us on our toes on both sides.
Well, Arnie, we appreciate the visit. Welcome to the organization, and we're looking forward to a very interesting year watching all these young players try to let us know that they belong here. We appreciate the visit.
You bet. Thanks for the time, guys. Anytime.
All right, that's Arnie Beyeler, the new first base coach, and he mentioned he used to be the first base coach in Boston. In the last few years, he was managing in AAA in New Orleans, right down the street from Ben McDonald, for the Florida Marlins.
Yeah.
Or Miami Marlins now, dating myself.